everyone, my name is Survivor Yasud. Welcome to Safari World, your favorite nature conservation talk show. Our very first episode today. My guest today is Mr. Tendai Serima. He works at Sikumi Forest. Hello, Mr. Serima, welcome to the show.
Good evening, Survivor. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Tendai Serima. I'm a conservation forester in charge of Sikumi Forest. Basically, I'm in charge of conservation activities. Thank you.
Okay, tell us more about Sikumi Forest. What do you guys do?
Sikumi Forest is an indigenous state forest located in Matabele North Province of Zimbabwe with the main mandate of biodiversity conservation. In Sikumi, we deal with anti-poaching, game water supply, and fire management. And our work, we are guided by the Forest Act, Chapter 1905, and the Communal Lands Forest Produce Act.
Zimbabwe holds National Tree Planting Day. When is National Tree Planting Day?
The National Tree Planting Day is commemorated on the very first Saturday of December. The main focus on tree planting is on reforestation or afforestation. We'll be replanting trees which have been damaged during that current or previous years. So our main aim it would be of afforestation, and our trees are derived from a pool of trees. So the 2021 tree is a Bionia toninjai or monkey bread, the tree of the year for 2021. The last year tree of the year was Baobab Tanzania digitata.
No, trees are very important in our lives. Tell us, why do you think people cut down trees? I mean, illegal cutting.
Yeah, basically, the area where we are based or located, communities depend heavily or widely on trees. We have got curio cavers. Those guys, some are registered, but others, they illegal cut trees for the purpose of curio caving. Others, they do come for firewood. As you know, communities, they also depend widely on firewood, so they use trees as for fuelwood. So they're scavenging for roofing poles and firewood. However, others they do destroy trees for maybe land opening, clearing their fields. Those are the major.
What are the impacts of cutting down trees?
Yeah, the main impact of cutting down trees is deforestation. There will be land degradation on our trees. They also reduce in the terms of forest cover. As Forest Commission has got a project of RED+, which means reducing emissions through forest deforestation and degradation. So as I said, Forest Act is carbon sinks. So we are being paid to conserve or to manage our forests, whereby the monies or the grants which we get from sustainable management of our forests, the monies will be used to support communities on activities like beekeeping, community gardens, herbal gardens. As you know, we are in the era of COVID. So if we get some initiatives or fundings, communities can produce the herbal gardens. These days we have Zumbani, so if you get funding for equipping our gardens with bowls, equipping our gardens with solar, it will help the communities not to depend heavily on natural resources.
Tell us, what are veld fires?
Veld fires, these are unwanted fires in a community ecosystem.
Tell us, how do you counter veld fires?
Yeah, how we counter? There are various ways of countering veld fires. One, we start by what we call community engagement, whereby we engage communities through what we call fire awareness campaigns. In terms of fire awareness campaigns, we'll be teaching people about the causes, the dangers of fires, and how do we fight those fires. So we'll be talking about pre-suppression activities. So the pre-suppression activities, which are there, are fire guard management. So there are various ways of doing fire guards. We can do what we call early burning. but this setup will be in a forest area, whereby we burn fuel while it's still wet, whereby we have what we call a mosaic or patchwork burn. Number two, we construct fire guards by burning with fire. We draw our fire guards. There will be 9 meters wide. They can be external fire guards or internal fire guards. Or you can do what is called scuffling or grading. So grading will be removing combustible material, or I can say removing the fuel. As I say fuel, this will be grass and brushwood at a standard of 9 meters. So it's community engagement whereby we do fire awareness. There's fire guard burning, there's fire guard grading, there's early burning. So what I can say, you can fight a fire with another fire.
You went to South Korea in 2019. Tell us, what was the purpose of your visit?
Okay, to South Korea, it was a visit on fire management and reforestation. The main objective of the trip was to learn how the Koreans do in terms of fire management. So we were 4 countries. It was South Africa, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and Morocco. So we presented how we fight fires, or do we do what fire management, how do we do forest management in our countries. So the Korean way, South Korea, it's a developed country, so it's more of modernization or mechanization. So in South Korea, they use drones to detect fires. They use drones to fight fires. So their detection system, it's super as compared to Zimbabwe. But in Zimbabwe, they said Zimbabwe, we have got a good model in terms of fire management, but how to implement it, maybe it's in terms of technology. To detect a fire in Zimbabwe, we use fire towers. But in South Korea, they've got satellites. When a fire ignites, it directly reports to the command center. So it was more of research, modernization, technology. So in Zimbabwe, if we implement those methods used in South Korea, I think we will record zero fires in Zimbabwe. And currently in Sukumi Forest, for the fire season of 2019 to 2020, we received 0, which is new, 0 fire in Sukumi. So meaning what I learned in South Korea, I came to Zimbabwe and implemented what I learned in South Korea. And the South Korean government, it's also willing to support the government of Zimbabwe by training more people from Zimbabwe to do afforestation and wildfire management. Because these days we have issues of climate change. Temperatures are rising, we are receiving rains late, it has affected our agriculture system. So we want to try to combat climate change through fighting forest deforestation and degradation. As I said, the Forest Commission of a project of RED+. So the amount of carbon being sequestered from our forests are going to be paid for managing our forests. So we managed to determine the drivers of deforestation and degradation, working hand in glove with the communities. Also, let me revert back to the first question about what we do as Forest Commission. As I said, we've got departments. We've got the anti-poaching department. Those guys will patrol the forest to protect the flora and fauna, to protect our trees from being illegal cut. And also we've got statutes, those statutory instruments like SI 116 of 2012. It regulates or controls or permits people to have permits to be registered by Forest Commission to come and harvest firewood. And also we do permit local communities. The women are allowed to come and harvest firewood. That's dead wood, not wet not wet timber. So basically, they come on Wednesdays to come and collect dead wood. Even for the males, they come on Wednesday to come and collect roofing poles, fencing poles, or even this time we're in the process of harvesting maize in our fields, so they need poles for building or starting the granaries. We also have the Department of Game Water Supply. We do provide provisional water for our wildlife to drink in the dry season. So it's another method of conserving our forests. And also we work with other departments in terms of law enforcement. We've got pendant dog conservation. They help us in terms of law enforcement in doing our patrols. We've got national parks, Zimpacs have got the main mandate of wildlife management. So we also do combined operations of anti-poaching, and also our Zimbabwe Republic Police, we've got an operation called Operation Nakayedu, Operation Ilifaletu. That operation is for conserving, for protecting the wildlife, or what I can say is biodiversity conservation. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mr. Serima. So lastly, what advice would you give to the community, to the people about cutting down trees?
The communities, what I can say, there's need of collaboration, there's need of community engagement. They should have that sense of ownership, saying our resources, these are our own resources, whereby we have trees, they are their own resources, but those resources should be well managed. So what I can say is a matter of working hand in hand in conserving the resources. These resources maybe cannot see the direct benefit, but there are indirect benefits which will help us in the near future. As I said, the issue of carbon trading. If you well manage or sustainably manage your forest, maybe they can be communal forest or the state forest or indigenous forest managed by forest commission. They will help you to get funding through conserving that sort of area, whereby the amount of carbon will be paid for carbon being sequestered or for the carbon being emitted from those forest areas. So what I need is they should be equipped with that sense of ownership, and they should know that these resources, they belong to them. And also as government authorities, we should engage those people when we formulate our forest management plans. Because when we manage our forest, there are forest management plans, there are fire management plans, or annual plan of operation. So those communities should be incorporated. If you incorporate them, so you have that sense of ownership. Give them their resource. Let's say when you have there are issues of problem, animal control, wildlife conflict. Yeah, when you shoot an elephant, they should be given meat. You should employ those people. So what I can say, give them that sense of.
Thanks very much for joining us today, Mr. Serima.
You're welcome. But it's my pleasure.
We've come to the end of our show. Thanks very much from me, Survivor Nyasulu.